I have been avoiding this subject and this topic for long enough, I guess. And I'm just going to talk about what I've been experiencing the last couple of years regarding exercise and spirituality. So, about 5 years ago, I stumbled across a video, and it was a Middle Eastern looking woman. She was giving a lecture on her experience with yoga. And obviously, you know, this is again, ethnically Middle Eastern woman. So the video might still be on YouTube. I don't know. But I watched this video. And I am the kind of person that can feel, I don't really know how to explain it, but I can feel the vibrations. I mean, if you understand what I'm saying. I can feel the vibrations, what's going on around me, what is lingering, you know, in the plane. As I was watching this video, it was getting heavier in my atmosphere in my room. It was getting heavier, and as she was describing her experiences and the things that were happening to her, I was feeling the presence near me of something that I could not explain. And as I personally am not someone who has ever done yoga. I refuse to do it because of this experience. I think I'm one of those people who is just naturally, I guess, more spiritually sensitive. So even though obviously I live and operate in the physical realm, because you can see me talking to you, when I go to sleep, I know that I am not here. It's like, if you read the Bible, there was a girl who she had died, or her father was reaching out to Jesus and saying that she was dying and that she was in need of help. And on Jesus's way to go help this man and, you know, revive his daughter or whatever, he gets stopped by the woman with the issue of blood. He takes care of that, and before he can get to the little girl, everybody, all the servants and everybody is saying she's dead. But Jesus said, no, she's not dead, she is asleep. And I believe that when we sleep, some people just go into the void, like their spirit actually rests, right? Or they just go into nothingness and open their eyes in however many hours. When I go to sleep, one of two things happens. Either one, I will have a dream where I know that it's a dream, and I know that whatever is happening around me is not real. Actually, one of three things will happen. So I'll have a dream, I'll know it's a dream, whatever happening is around me is not real. Two, I will be in some other spiritual plane that is not Earth, and just be interacting with whatever is on that spiritual plane. Or three, I will have like future dreams, like dreams of what is going to happen in my future, whether it be from God or be from the enemy. So I have three kinds of dreams. And I've had several dreams specifically about methods of fitness. And even when I meet people who are yogis and people who are very into the spiritual fitness thing, those kind of people, I can always feel a different connection with them, I guess, because they are people who are seeking to help, but also they are deceived. And whenever I meet those kind of people, it really saddens me, because it's like, you know, you don't really understand, like you think that the good feeling that you feel when you do these things, it makes what you're doing good. But I've heard many drug addicts talk about how wonderful crack feels, how wonderful heroin feels, how wonderful meth feels. And you know, the funny thing is, talking to a person who is very spiritual, like into yoga and stuff like that, and they believe in spirit guides and all that stuff, and talking to someone who does drugs like before they completely lose their mind, it's almost identical. Not even like trying to be rude about those people who are yogis or whatever, but it's almost identical. And I know a lot of them do drugs. They do ayahuascas and those hallucinogens, you know. And I had a dream one time as I was walking into some kind of studio for whatever, you know, whatever fitness it is. And first there was a woman who was going to be teaching whatever fitness, again, exercise it was. And as I'm seeing the other people following her in this exercise, I am seeing those people start to change, and their skin and their bodies start to disintegrate slowly. Like it's like they're turning, if you've ever seen Spider-Man, it's like they're turning into the Sandman, but slowly. So they don't realize it while they're doing it because they don't stop. And wow, this is coming full circle right now. They don't realize it when they're doing it while they're doing the exercise, but they are disintegrating, they're falling apart. And while they're not paying attention, there is a floor opening up beneath them that is going to, it's basically like they're sinking into sands that look just like how they do, because their skin was turning pink. They start falling into these sands and just mixing in because they're disintegrated. They're no longer. The exercises have done their jobs in depleting those people. And as I'm watching this, because I don't see the full disintegration, as I'm watching these people go and turn into the sand and be consumed by the sands that they're falling into, a man comes to the door and he sees that I'm in there. And he's like, I guess he is Sands, or like he is the maybe he's the creator of the studio or of the exercise. I don't know exactly what it is, but when he saw me, he began chasing me. And I'm running, trying to get out the room. I find my way out the room. I find my way down the hallway. Man is still chasing me. I find my way on the roof, and I'm running across rooftops and literally dodging this man. And he was never able to catch me. And then I woke up. Ever since I had that dream, I have no interest in doing yoga. I don't even want to talk about any kind of exercise. And I'm very mindful of what I am doing when I'm exercising. Like when I was working out with my personal trainer, I would always tell him, I don't want to do any yoga poses. I don't want to do anything that has to do with yoga. Because I have experience. I don't even have to have the full experience of yoga. What I have experienced spiritually is enough to make me not want to do that. Like, I don't have to touch the fire to know that that's hot, in a sense, right? So that has made me very, very wary and sad for others, because a lot of people do it and they don't really understand what it is that they're doing. They don't know that yoga is a Hindu, it stems from Hindu practices, and they don't understand really what worship is. They don't understand what that looks like. It doesn't matter whether you understand it or not. Even if you're ignorant to what you are doing, you will still be held accountable spiritually. You will still be vulnerable because of what you're doing spiritually. So I don't do that stuff anymore, and I would behoove anyone who, if you happen to find this video, this is literally from the Lord. Don't do yoga. There are so many other exercises, and to be fair, there's a lot of exercises that have spiritual roots. Avoid them, all of them. I lift weights and I listen to gospel music while I'm lifting the weights. I don't do any yoga. I run and I jog and do the Stairmaster sometimes, and I walk a lot. I do hiking a lot in nature and meditate on the Lord. But things like martial arts, Muay Thai, anything that has usually an Eastern root, if you trace most of those things back. And there was he was some kind of martial arts master who turned Christian. And he said that the root of all of them is demon worship, or acceptance of demons into your life. And he says this as someone who's been through all the processes, who's aware of yoga, who's aware of the ramifications spiritually of all of these things that we just say is just exercise. Stay away from yoga. Don't do it. There's too many other things that you can do with your body if you're trying to lose weight, or if you're trying to gain control over your bodies, or trying to do low impact exercises. There are other stuff. There's other stuff. We do not have to do yoga. We do not have to bow down. We do not have to do martial arts. Our kids do not have to do those things. And now that you know, you're responsible. So do with this what you will.